Hello, welcome to the channel. Always seems a bit close that there. We're gonna. What's that say up there? Road on right closed. Road on left closed. So we're heading into Edinburgh. It's about midnight. I don't know what date it is. Who knows? It's Friday night, Saturday morning. It must be Saturday morning, I think. Aye. So here we are. Wow. Yeah. I suppose anyway, shut up. This conspiracy theorist. I suppose I've reached that level now, haven't I? Well, obviously, it's not it's a genuine thing, conspiracy theory. I think it comes from a time when we were all, well, I believe we all trusted. We trusted the news. We trusted the BBC. So the British Broadcasting Corporation, you know, you trusted them. They sat there and told you what was going on in the world, and you took it seriously. And that's the way it was. And I think conspiracy theory has came from the lack of a realisation that, I know it comes from the CIA, but and it was a slur on people who were onto something and they were normally correct. So it was like, so it's a bit of a type of ridicule. Oh, you know, oh, you're always thinking up stuff. I've had that a few times. Yeah, that's what it is. But it's not necessarily. So, I think that a lot of people just don't bother. It's probably easier to get by in life if you just like don't bother about all that stuff. Switch off, you know. Try not to think about it. You know, try not to worry about it. Play darts. Play football, you know, try not to worry about shit. I think that's probably how they get away with it. So I've got a load of glasses in the back and it's really fucking annoying. Your headlight is not working. I don't know why they were on that lane. Well, I don't know, this roundabout confuses me. It's not a roundabout. Right, so we've got a problem tonight. The M9 is closed, according to what I read. It's almost like I read it, and you think, until you actually see it. So it's closed from 7:30 to 6 in the morning. It means I'm going to have to go all the way through Bowness, Grangemouth. So we'll catch up with you, and we'll catch up with you then. So here we've got the sign that's going to tell us that the M9 is closed. Probably. I keep thinking, I hope I'm dreaming or something, eh? The M9 closed after Beam Cross. Alright, so what does that mean? Beam Cross. Means I've got to come off at Grangemouth. sitting here. I've had the heater on, I'm going to roast it. Roadworks in 1 mile. So here we are coming off at, well, Bean Cross is on the right. Over there, I always thought that's, but I don't know why they're calling this Bean Cross, but I suppose this is Bean Cross, aye. So we're coming off, we're going to Grangeworth. Because it's a weird motorway this, because a lot of slip roads and that aren't where you'd expect them to be. You know, like at the big roundabout and stuff. They're not there. It's weird. Yeah. It's not. It's counterintuitive, you could say. So it's going to take me longer to get to Edinburgh. Oh well, that's just life, innit? Life is like that. Life is like that. We get a green light. It'll change by the time we get towards it. Oh no. Well, that was very nice of them. Diverted traffic. So we're in Grangemouth. Quite a nice little roundabout, that one. Aye. Oh, so there's all the diverted traffic signs gone. Why? Bones. We're going to Bones. The national speed limit applies. Don't worry, Scottish Government will soon ruin that. What the fuck? Oh, it's somebody cycling on the pavement. So we're going past Grangemouth Petrochemical Works. It's getting shut down, and the reason it's getting shut down, the fundamental main reason, is the North Sea has been, well, shut. There is oil in the North Sea. The easy stuff's been gotten at already, and they're not going for it's the green stuff. It's net zero shite. It's a scam. So that's what I was talking about the conspiracy theorist thing, is that I'm actually driving quite slow. This van, it is slow. I've got somebody right behind me. Aye, so most of that, well, the net zero, hard net zero, I mean, hard net zero is an appalling prospect. You know, they're trying to get rid of cars. You only have like 3 pairs of trousers a year. You'll only be able to fly once in every 3 years or something, and that'll be to what that van's doing sitting there. That'll be to somewhere not that far, just Europe, and it'll be very expensive. So you won't be able to drive anywhere. You'll be trapped, stuck in the city. You know, the 15-minute cities. So it's an appalling prospect, and is it going to happen? They'd like it to. They would, yeah. They would like it to happen. So, watched a video by Victor Bogov. But no, Bogov. It's his Russian name. It's Bogov. Oh, I can't remember. It was Bogovon or something. I need to check. And what he's saying is that feminism isn't for women. The minimum wage reduces wages. So feminism, what he said was the Western civilization has feminism and women's rights. So it's coming to an end because they're not having children. Women aren't having children. So that's what he's saying. The result is that immigrants are coming to Western civilizations, so they're going to take it over. But they're actually totally going to take over Western civilization because we aren't the way white people aren't having children. Well, they're not having children to the extent that they used to have children, so they're dying out. So feminism's killing. I mean, it's kind of indisputable that it's not like, you know, you can't really say that's wrong. It's true. It is a fact that we're not having enough children. And well, you could dispute the cause. You could say it's not feminism, but well, really, how would it not be feminism? What is it then? Transgenders? I don't think so. All these things are a direct result of feminism anyway. So the other thing is an example, he didn't say this, but Scottish independence isn't going to make you independent, it's going to make you dependent. It's an example. It kind of, if you think about it, obviously you can tell that I accept or believe Victor in what he's saying. A lot of people might not believe it. I think a lot of it is about, you know, like if you tell a Scottish nationalist that you're shot, they're not going to listen to you because they truly believe in it. But I've always felt that, well, I haven't always felt, but the last few years I've realised that politicians and political parties are not really working for you and me. You know, they're working for themselves. You know, so the reason that they are going to they want to do this is it's for power. That's what socialism and all that sort of thing is for. It's for power. So it's quite horrifying to think that our lifestyle, or we can be sent back to living the way my great grandfather lived in poverty, with none of the modern. I think a lot of people can't or won't accept that that's what it means. I accept it, but I've roughed it in my life. So I come from a middle class family, but I have had rough times and I've roughed it. So I have an understanding of what it's like to not have, you know, access to a shower or decent food or whatever, you know. Through a lot of my own kind of mistakes and stuff, you know. I don't think young people have been sort of brainwashed into this stuff, net zero stuff, and I think they probably don't actually really understand what it actually means, you know. Or somehow they think they're going to have their cake and eat it, going to be able to save the planet. And so another thing that Victor was saying was that this cause, if you like, you cannot cure, the problem will never be solved, and that's why they can keep trying to solve it. So that's why he was saying how they don't want to use nuclear power, because nuclear power would solve their, you know, net zero desires, because it's a clean energy, but they don't like it, and that's because it solves their problems. So instead of having nuclear power, they've spent billions and trillions on these horrible and stupid battery farms, and because so it's like what he's saying is that the climate crisis will never be solved, it'll never be achieved. So it's like feminism will never be achieved, or there was other things, I forget what it was, but these things will not be achieved, and that's why they can keep taking money off us for trying to find solutions. So that's what the speeches that Hitler gave, was in 3 parts, presented the problem, and then I think it was 3 parts. One was present the problem, the next was the solution, and then the third bit was he was the man to solve this problem. So it was like a scam, a con, so he could have power, so he could tell you what the problem is, you know, whatever it was. So it was the Jews or something, whatever, right? And then solution, and then he was the one who was going to solve the problem. So that's pretty much what green communism is. Yeah, it's quite horrifying, I know. Yeah, it's quite unpleasant. It's quite unpleasant. Oh shit. Oh, that's the wrong turning. It's this one. Well, it is this one. Well, it's probably better to get them on in front of me, because I'm going so slow. So we'll have to go this one here, because the motorway is not accessible for us. I can see them up there, tarring the motorway. So there's a lot of the numpties support this. Well, they think they're environmentalists. So yeah, the globalists use them. When I say the globalists, I mean corporations, rich people, very rich, making money out of this, and there's the shareholders are making money out of it as well. Okay, so where are we going now? Straight on. If you turn right, is that? That's the flyover. So they're making money out of it, and the whole thing's a waste of time. I mean, it's a fact, it is. So these big battery storage facilities that they're building, there's a big, huge one between Aberdeen and Inverness. Never actually exactly know, never found exactly where that is. You know, is it where exactly between Aberdeen and Inverness? It's 100 miles from Aberdeen to Inverness. But anyway, so they built that in Scotland, and that's the example of how it's Scotland, but Scottish people are being scammed, and it's the Scottish government are scamming them, and this is supposed to be their voice, but it's not, it's a scam. So they don't speak for us, and the people believe that Scottish Nationalist Party, but there's a bunch of scammers like all the rest of them. And, you know, the government, politicians, oh, men. So, Scotland, we've got to so this devolved, so that's an example of, so the devolved government, which is in Edinburgh, the Parliament, was, well, just say you believe that it was put in there to give us a voice, well, it's done the opposite. It's given us tyranny. So the supporters of that can't see that, they'll never admit that, because they're like obsessed with this shite, and they'll never back down. Or maybe they're just not that bright, you know, they might be a bit low in intelligence or something, you know. So there's a fog now as well. And so the independence for whom? It's independence for the politicians. That's all it is. It's really, I'm not trying to be horrible to people that believe that. It's to me, I'm speaking the truth. You know, facts. And it's hard for. I don't even know if I should care. They won't care. They won't. You know, they'll not believe that. They'll argue like fuck about that. They'll never accept that they're wrong. Even when it's staring them in the face. And they'll probably believe in net zero shit, because they've been told to believe it. Bams. And it's so obvious that they're being scammed with that. That if you're a believer and you're in a cult, you're a cult member of a cult party, cult follower, you're just being totally used. I mean that's maybe where I get my depression from, is because I know all these, but I believe that I've seen the light, and we are being totally used. And the depression comes from the knowledge that you know what I was talking about, the BBC, or it's all a scam, it's all lies, and you know. It comes from a disappointment in humanity. But I think it's better to be aware of what's happening than to be in a state of denial. I know you might be happier, but than I am, if you're in denial. So I won't have to come back this way. It's going to be open in the morning and shut again tomorrow night. Quite foggy as well. So net zero is just a big giant scam. Yeah, I suppose maybe it was at one point I might have believed it was a bit of a scam, but now, you know, it's a complete scam. Everything about it is a scam. It's not going to make any difference to the planet. It's not going to make any difference. It's going to make the environment worse, actually. So it is going to make a difference. It's going to make the environment worse. Yeah, that's the tragic side of it. You know, yeah. So, yeah, all a big scam. I mean, it's if you believe in equality of. So notice Stirling Council put this thing out, a questionnaire thing, and they're looking for outcome. It's mentioned. It's when if you look at the words outcome. It was about discrimination and outcomes. that's pernicious, and you don't want that. But what can you do? Like, put a form out, you go and fill it in about discrimination. So we should have opportunity. An outcome, no. Outcomes should never be guaranteed. Opportunity should be guaranteed. You should have the opportunity. So you see what these, just the wording of these, so that ethos is being put into the government, sustainability and everything, all these words. It's George Orwell, isn't it? It's 1984. Right, so which way we're going to go? We'll just catch up with the M8, I think. Yeah. So it's like, you know, the words, you see it every time. I think we should call them out. I think everybody, like I do, and then you get, you know, but you should call it out. Say, no, I think your question is nonsense, or whatever it might be. So no, you're using fake words. You know, can you not use proper words? Not this mumbo jumbo climate speak. You know, so where's it all coming from? Well, it's coming from the World Economic Forum. It's Stammer, he's a criminal. So I don't know how we get over this at the end of the day, I don't know. Why should I care? Why do I fucking care? You know? Maybe I should stop going on about it. Well, I'm doing alright. My life's fine, you know. So I'm worried about something that's not even happening to me. Well, it is happening to me. But it's happened to me when there's a truck coming. When I can't use my car. I'm not allowed to have a car. Or I'm not allowed to use my log burner. You know, that's when it hits you. There you go, well, you should have done something about it, you know. Or when, you know, when you can't have your heating on. Well, I already said a log burner, but can't go on holiday, can't buy clothes, you know, or like that's why I've got a numpty neighbour, because he reported me for my log burner. See he's a dumb bastard, right? That's why I really have, well, a dislike for people like that, because they're playing into the hands of this, because they know that the government's not keen on the log burner, so it's not going to be. So that's another thing, you know. Obviously, it's a scam as well, because, you know, and they go, oh, well, it's particulates and everything. Meanwhile, they've got electric cars with radiation in them, or they've got a Drax power station with, you know, that burns massive logs, and then they'll turn around and lie about that, you know, and then we're not allowed to have a coal fire. So it's numpties like that. They are the traitors of the people, because they're going to be reporting people for. So it could be like he could report me for my car. Imagine it gets that. Yeah, it's possible, isn't it? I know that right now probably not, but yeah, well, there's smoke coming out of the exhaust of the car, you know, and then there's a team comes round. That'll be called the, you know, net zero team or something. They'll come round. You'll get a letter about your car, you know. So that's, we're just going on back to the Second World, you know, the Nazis, what happened in Germany. That's exactly what was happening, yeah. I think I'm going to stop going on about this, it's giving me a headache. I'll try not to go on about it. But that's us heading down towards Newbridge. The detour is over. I suppose it makes the video just a bit unusual. You know, it's the normal route. It's a different route. A route! I admire the Alba Galavanta with his bus spotting, bus trips. Yeah. I think that's good. So this, I said I wasn't going to go on about it, I can't help it. The speed limits and everything, lowering the speed limits, all coming from the World Economic Forum. All that stuff. It's a really weird thing because it's kind of like that Victor was talking about what they're planning and doing. They're cutting back this, cutting back that, and the fuel in the airplanes and everything, and it's all got to be cut back. But they're building another runway at Heathrow. Do you know? So it's like, wait a minute, you're built. So that's a kind of like. So it's a really weird. Net zero is a really strange thing. I think anybody that starts talking about it and they believe it, we should tell them they're wrong. And the same with it on the internet. But I mean, it is insane. It's absolutely insane, yeah. So they're just going to keep making money out of that. And then I kind of believe, I thought they were just going to move along from that and start making money out of something, other scam, like AI, computers. Because they need a lot of power for that, so windmills don't cut it. The whole thing's insane, yeah, absolutely insane. Anybody believes that, they're a complete numpty. But see, like that idiot I was telling you about, the numpty neighbour next door, he doesn't believe that. He's just a complete numpty. You know, he's a conformist. And he'll take advantage of whatever's available to him by oppressing other people for pathetic gains, pathetic needs. And that's what makes it so pernicious, yeah. That somebody would do things to you just because of some bullshit legislation that they make up in pursuit of net zero. You can't have a log burner, you can't drive a diesel car. You know, the other thing is they're going to make the electric cars, they're going to make them illegal. It's all nuts, the whole thing is nuts. Just don't believe any of it, it's all shite. Well, I suppose you lot are watching this obviously won't believe it. That's why you're probably subscribed. And I fully understand that, so I'm just going on about it. So I'm going to shut up about it again. A702 closes after West Linton. So the other thing he was talking about was the jobs. So we won't be allowed to, retail will be shut. So you won't be allowed to order anything or get anything delivered. So all the drivers will be out of work. So it's like, well, what's going to happen to all these people? They're just going to be slaves. Living off benefits. So that's what they want. Yeah, that's what the Scottish government seems to be going for. That's how they're putting all the restrictions on the roads. It's to slow everything down and everything, just to enslave us. So we're dependent. A lot of young people are dependent on the state. So many of them haven't worked. With no intention of working, and that's I suppose it suits the government. Just keep giving them free money, pay their rent, so the opportunities are going. It's very bad, but it's the way it's going. But why should I care? I'm at the end of the road anyway, so another 20 years I'll be gone, probably. Who knows? Well, maybe not. Might like. I watched this programme, this video, this guy's telling you about a predictor of age, over 50s, predictor of age, so you can do tests. So one was grip. Have you got good grip? So I have, right, and that's because I do what I do, exercise and everything like that. You know. Another was balance. You know, so you like stand on one leg for a minute. I did that, no bother. Another leg. There was another one. What was the other one? Right. Well, the grip. You hold a weight. It's a mathematical equation. Corresponds with your body weight. You hold this weight, you know, for a minute or something. And the other one. What was the other one again? I can't remember. I hang yourself. Not hang. You know, put your arms up somewhere and hang on. You know, if you can do that. So I can do these things. I mean, one thing about my health, which was not a good idea, was getting gender reassignment, because that messes up your hormones. Testosterone, it wasn't a good idea. So I've never really exactly found out for sure how that's affected my health. So that will limit my chances of living longer, but that's just fucking tough, isn't it? So I put myself through that unnecessarily. But, well, you know, what can you do? It's just one of the things. I'm still alive, I'm still here. I could have been fucking killed for all sorts of different reasons. Alcohol, you know. But I still drink alcohol. I can still enjoy it when I do it. It's not that often. I fucking fancy a pint right now, but I won't be. Maybe Monday night or Sunday night I'll maybe get one, aye. Monday night, aye. Probably a bit more like it. That's a good idea, Monday night. Yeah. So maybe it's just understanding. Maybe I don't know what bothers me about it. It's understanding that we've always had tyranny, and we always will have tyranny. So I think it's just the frustration of people that don't recognise it when it's standing plain as day. And that's what net zero is. It's tyranny. You know, it's taking everything away from you, leaving you frozen, stuck, lonely, fucked as a human. It's going against humanity. So it's like punishment. It's like, this is like a prison we're in. This society we're in. It's an island, isn't it? How are you going to, like, if you're going to do a crime or something, how are you going to get away? You know, it's not that easy, is it? So it's an open prison. Maybe I'm getting more paranoid as I'm getting older or something. I actually believe this is an open prison. Yeah. I think it is. It's getting more like that, yeah. All the restrictions and everything, yeah. Yes, so I was just wondering what that car's doing sitting there. Right, so thanks for coming along. Please like, share and subscribe, and we'll get you in the next video.